Hey guys, welcome up here. We're back with another video, and today we are back with another tier list. Yes, alright. I'm glad to be back with a tier list. They're some of my favorite videos to do, and I want to make more. And so, yeah, we have the all Dark Souls bosses tier list. Now, I beat Dark Souls 1. I'm sort of newer to the Souls franchise. I really wish I got in touch with them like a long time ago. But yeah, I beat Dark Souls 1 like half a year ago or something like that. And I originally did beat it again just because I wanted to. And it's a great game. I want to play all of them, including Sekiro. And I beat Elden Ring like sometime like a year ago or something, and I just recently beat Dark Souls 2, and I'm going for Dark Souls 3 next. But here we have a Dark Souls 1 all bosses tier list. Yeah. So we have the standard S through F and didn't fight. Now I know I've beaten every single boss right here, so we shouldn't have any in that category. So I'd like to start it. I'm excited. And I'll give my thoughts on Dark Souls 2 sometime. So, yeah. Here we have the 4 Kings. Now, these are the 4 Kings that you fight in New Londo Ruins in the Abyss. You have to drop down there, but you actually have to get the ring, this Abyss ring from Sif right here. We'll talk about Sif later. So you gotta beat him first, get the ring, then fall down, and you fight him. And you kind of individually fight him. And if you don't beat one of them quick enough, another one will come and keep spawning in. So you gotta make sure you kill him fast enough so another one doesn't spawn when you're fighting them. So yeah. Overall, the 4 Kings has like some nice lore. They're like broken up pieces technically to win the last boss here, and if I remember correctly. And I wouldn't say they're a bad fight at all. They're a bit weird though, because when you're fighting them, you're just in like a complete dark black room, the Abyss, and it's sometimes hard to tell how close you are. Like, I'll think I'm right next to them, and boom, I completely miss. And overall, I'd say they're I'll give them B. I'll give them B. They have nice lore, and they don't have a bad design. I kind of like it. So yeah, B tier, not bad. Ooh, this is the first boss, the tutorial boss, a silent demon. Yeah, I think this is a great like starting boss, probably one of the best in the series. You know, it has slow moves but heavy hitting, but they're easy to like move around and manipulate. And you can roll right through them just easily. And yeah, honestly, I'm going with I don't think it goes in F necessarily, but it's an A. It's a good A. It's a great first boss, great tutorial. And yeah, the theme's great, it's very iconic. And yeah. Ooh, Bed of Chaos. This is an interesting one. Oh man, this is going straight to F. Straight to F. Where do I even begin with this dude? He's just so big and massive. If you know Bed of Chaos, you know how bad he is. His fight just does not work at all with like just the movement in the game in general. It's just, man, and his arms are so big, and when he like tries to hit you, the hitbox is stupid, and the floor starts to fall every time. You gotta get one of the sides. Get either his left side weakness or his right side, and you get both of them. Then you gotta get the middle, and it's just, man. And when you get to the middle, guess what it is? It's just a little bug controlling the whole thing, and it dies in one hit. Wow. I think even the director himself of these games, Miyazaki, even said that he regretted making that thing. So, yeah. At least, you know, man, you all gotta be thankful that when you get one of these, like the weakness things, and you die, there's a checkpoint for each of them, so that's good. The only redeeming factor is it looks cool, and the music's really good, but that ain't enough to bump it up any higher. Nah, it's staying at F. Excuse me. Oh, here we go. The Bell Gargoyles. This is the first dual fight in Dark Souls 1, and it's a great one. It's a memorable one. This is the first bell you ring, the Bell of Awakening, and it's going to S. Like, it's a great fight. So you get the first one to half health, and the other one comes. And yeah, the theme's really great. It's just so memorable. The arena's nice. It is just memorable. Very good. Alright, this is one of the DLC bosses, Black Dragon Calamite. This is like the first, like, dragon boss, right? Except Gaping Dragon. But when you think of dragon, you think of, like, this kind of style of dragon. So, yeah. And, yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. The sequence where that big dude that you talk to, like, shoots the bow, the blind big dude, and it hits him, that was so cool. Yeah, because you couldn't fight him before, because you just get owned by his fire. But I actually struggled with this boss. I really did. Eventually I got him. And it's all good. I really like the red thing on his head. It, like, picks you up, and then, like, you take double damage. So yeah, not my favorite fight. I think definitely I give it like, I'll give it a B. You know what I mean? There's another DLC boss I think is weaker than this one. So I put this like in the middle of the DLC bosses, kind of. But yeah. Capra Demon. This is well, is it an optional boss? I guess how it is. You know, when you kill him, you get the key to the depths, and then in the sewers you fight Gaping Dragon, and you get the Blight Town key. But, you know, there's other routes to different places, so I don't think you have to fight them, necessarily. But people hate on Capra Demon. Because of the arena he's in, it's really small, and there's two dogs that you have to deal with. I've never really had a problem with those sort of things. Now, maybe the dogs a few times, but I can walk around the arena, you know? But I like Capra Demon. I really do. You see him again in the Demon Ruin lava place as like normal enemies, and I really like that they do that. For some reason, I call him Capybara for some reason. It just kind of went in my mind one day. I was like, Capybara Demon. I don't know, but I like him. D. Ceaseless Discharge. This is the boss you fight right after Quelaag. And there's like, there's some lore to him involved with Quelaag. Like, he's protecting one of Quelaag's sisters, I think, because everyone thinks she's dead, but she's actually not. I think you can talk to her in Light Town somewhere. I think it's something like that. And you either have to just like shoot him or take like the item or something from Quaylag's sister. He looks really cool, right? And he looks intimidating, but it's not really a good fight necessarily. He only has like a couple of moves, and you know, some are easier than others to dodge, depending on how close you are to him. But really, once you're able to dodge him like just one move, depending on where you're standing, it's all you need to do. Like he'll try to like punch you with his long arms, and then he'll just stay there, and you swing at him, and then he goes away. Then you do it again. It's just the same pattern, and I think that's what really brings it down for a lot of people. I was thinking D, but I don't know. He has a memorable name. I'm gonna go C. I don't think he's D. Definitely not Bed of Chaos. This is the Centipede Demon. You fight him somewhere in like Lost Izalith or wherever in the lava place, and he's one of those fights where he's really big and he's just awkward to fight. He's just one of those ones, you know. There's nothing really memorable about him. You know, he has an interesting, cool design. I'm just not the biggest fan of him. He's not that hard either. But still. Alright, this is Quaylag. This is... So you either got two ways to go at the bottom of Blight Town. You go to her area, you go inside the spider cave and stuff, you fight her, or you go to the big tree and you go to Ash Lake. Which doesn't really have to do anything with her, I don't think. But yeah, this is a really memorable fight. Great Arena, you know, it's really simple, but it's big with all the lava that can spread around the place with their attacks. And yeah, really cool design, great name. You fight her to ring the second bell so he can go into Sen's fortress. I think it's an S tier fight, I really do. But yeah, and as you know, there's a pretty interesting upper half, if you know what I mean. But we won't get into that. Okay, alright, Priscilla. This is the optional boss that you can fight in the Painted World. Yeah, you talk to her, she tells you to, like, you're not really wanted here, you should leave. So, you have a choice to just attack her or jump off the thing. Oh yeah, it's a pretty unique design though. She turns invisible and there's like a thin layer of snow on the floor, and you kind of have to watch where she's walking because you can see her footsteps. And then I think you hit her and she reveals herself again. So yeah, definitely not one of the most memorable. It's not that hard. You know, I'll give it a C. I didn't really like the Painted World, but Gwendolyn. So this is the that's just sort of like the secret boss in Anor Londo. So I think there's the two ways to fight her. You either have to I think get some ring or some item, or you kill Guinevere, and the whole place goes dark because everything you saw was an illusion, and Anor Londo is still this dark and just deserted place. And yeah, this also has a pretty unique design where you go in this hallway and it goes and it's infinitely long, and she's really far away, and you have to dodge her magic attacks and all that. And you get up to her, you start hitting her, and then she disappears again, she goes far away, and you have to do the same thing again. So it's sort of like the same pattern. But I think it's pretty memorable. The theme's nice. But I think I'm gonna give it the same level. Yeah, it's okay. It's nothing special. Not the worst. I put it memorable than these two though. So yeah, bump Capra Demon right up there. All right, Fire Sage Demon. So depending on like what you do, this is usually the third time you see the Asylum Demon reskin. This is sort of more of a reskin to Stray Demon, which we'll get to soon, because he has the same weapon, and Asylum Demon has like the big hammer. This is definitely the worst out of the three. It's just so lame, man. I just feel like whenever they reskin a boss, and it's just like not memorable or interesting in any way, I just feel like there's just a missed opportunity. Like so many creative ideas you could have thought of to make a new unique boss, but it's the last time you see him, depending if you miss Stray Demon or not, which people usually don't. But yeah, it's going to F. It's so stupid. Oh, man. This one. Ornstein and Smoke. Straight to S. This fight is awesome. It's not my favorite, it's my second favorite. I'll get to my favorite later. But man, is it good. Great theme. Probably the best duo fight in the Soulsborne history. Man, the way that they work together and like use their moves, it just feels right. You know what I mean? And you know, with duo fights, it can be annoying. Like you get hit from one, then you get hit from the other. But it just feels like that should be it. You know what I mean? And the cutscene for this boss is one of the best. And I think these guys are an illusion too, if I remember correctly. So yeah, straight to S. Like, they're great. And as you know, From Software has tried to create the same magic with other bosses. Like, I said I just beat Dark Souls 2, the Throne Watcher duo. You know, it's the skinny one and the bigger one. Which, I'm just gonna say right now, I didn't really like them. Like, you can't recreate them. You just can't. And there actually was another Ornstein in Dark Souls 2, a silver looking one, which, you know, wasn't that. I mean, it's cool to see him again. I think it's she, actually. It's cool to see him again, but, you know, it's just like, whatever. Yeah, it wasn't that hard at all. And in Elden Ring, you know, there's the Godskin Duo, which is definitely inspired by this, and I think Godskin Duo is pretty good. I like them. I think those guys are probably the best, like, recreation of Smoke and Ornstein. So yeah, very good, very good. Gaping Dragon. This guy actually didn't fight in my first playthrough, because I didn't know this place existed. I mean, I heard about it, and I saw him, I was like, what's the Gaping Dragon? I don't understand. So yeah, like I said, you kill Capra Demon, and you get the key to the depths, then you go to the sewers, and that's where you fight him. So yeah, I beat him a second playthrough, and I actually didn't beat Gwendolyn or Priscilla on my first playthrough as well, but on my second I did, so yeah. Gaping Dragon, he has a really cool design. I really like his cutscene. Definitely not a hard fight, but I say it's pretty memorable, you know? It has a nice name. And ooh, I'll just go B, you know? I like him. Man, we need some more A1s. But here we go. At first, when I saw those tiers, I didn't know who this was. But I saw it later, I was like, oh, I know who that is. This is Grave Lord Nito. This is a another like Lord Soul boss you need to beat in order to get to Gwendolyn's place. Kill him the first flame, that's what it is. I think so, right? Something like that. And yeah, love this dude. He's great. I'm gonna put him in A. I think I want to put him in A because it's just like I hated the Tomb of the Giant place. I don't know what you guys wanted. Man, a lot of rage moments. Hated Tomb of the Giants. And I got the lantern, yeah, but it's just like, especially like the second part of it where there's like those big dog skeletons. Man, run backs, man. They can be brutal. But yeah, this guy is very memorable. He was in the beginning cutscene of Dark Souls 1, and he's just great. Like, and when you first see him, he has this like dark like purple cloak, and you can only see the cloak but not his skeletal body, and he's just creeping up on you with that creepy music. Ah, man, it's a good one. It really is. Great name. Very good. Wasn't too bad though, you know. For me, he had a lot of trouble hitting me when I was like right up to him. Now, obviously, isn't the case when he does that blast radius move, but you just run from that, it's no problem. But yeah, it's a great fight. Here we go. Sif. This is my favorite boss. I remember, long time ago, I used to watch my cousin play these games all the time. And this is the one I remember the most. I just love Sith. I love his origin and lore. His relationship with Artorias, which we'll get to. It's just such a beautiful fight. It's just fantastic. And, you know, if you kill Artorias first, you actually get like or you do something first before you fight him. You get an alternate cutscene where he remembers you or something like that. I'll have to look at it again, but it's a fantastic fight, man. Fantastic. Alright, Gwen, Lord of Cinder. This is the final boss in Dark Souls 1, and it's a banger. It is a banger. Like, his theme, the pling plong plong, is so iconic. It really is. You know, and he's challenging. Especially if you're a newcomer. I struggled with him. And I know there's the whole parry thing. He's easy to parry, I know. I didn't parry. So, yeah, I just fought him normally, swinging my sword. But yeah, he's great. He's just great. The lore's great. Everything's great about him. Alright, Iron Golem. This is the boss you fight at the top of Sen's Fortress. I think this dude has grown on me a lot. When I first got to him, I was like, is this really the boss? Mainly because he hit me once, and then he was done. Like, done. He didn't hit me after that. But as I go on, I like him more and more now. You know, he's not, like, particularly hard, but he has a great theme, great name, the arena's great, and his ability to, or your ability to make him, like fall over and then fall off the entire building, man, that was so cool when I first saw it. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know they actually implemented an animation of him, like rolling over the side and crashing down. That was awesome, man. So for that, I'm giving him an A. I just think that's really cool. So yeah. Alright, this is probably the best fight in DLC. This is Artorias guy, not Artorias, the one I talked about with Sif and their relationship. yeah, this is a great fight. Challenging. I got vibes from Gwen. I just feel like they can be similar in ways. Yeah, got nothing but good things about him. Just great lore, great everything. Alright, this is like the last boss, I think, you fight in the DLC, Manus, Father of the Abyss. Right off the bat, the name is awesome. Like, just great. The introduction when you're about to go through the portal to go back in time to the DLC, and he grabs you in, and later you see that same arm grab you into the abyss. It's great. I will say though, he's really like fast moving. Like his attacks are really quick a lot of the times, and you know, with the slower and sluggish movement in the at least the first two games, it can be pretty interesting, and not really in a good way. But yeah, I still like him enough to give him an A though, I do. Alright, Moonlight Butterfly. You find him in the forest place on top of that bridge. It's pretty lame. I'm not gonna lie. Do I want to give it F though? I mean, the theme's really good. I don't know about. I think these guys they were created from Seath the Scaleless, which we'll talk about him later. I don't know. I'm going F. Like, it's just not good. It's just like, here's what you do. She's in the air, she's flying around, she tries to shoot you with magic. They're easy to dodge. Then you wait for her to go up next to the bridge, you just hit her and she doesn't do anything. And then she'll do like some explosion thing, go back on the air, shoot you, come back, and that's it. It's pretty lame. Pretty lame. Yeah, let's move on. Pinwheel. You know, Pinwheel has always been this running joke in the Soulsborne series, like one of the easiest bosses ever. And yeah, he is very easy, but that doesn't mean he's bad. Like Iron Golem, he's grown on me a lot. I used to think she was a complete joke, like I didn't care, but when I learned the lore for him and realized how great his theme was, and his look and character design, I like him a lot more. He's still the easiest boss, but he's memorable. He really is. I want to put him too high though, but I'll give him a B. I do like him. All right, I like him. I like him a lot. All right, this is the first boss you fight in DLC, the Sanctuary Guardian. It's cool, but not that cool. Like, yeah, I'll give him a C, why not? Somewhere around there. Yeah, it's like some sort of like hybrid of like a lion, like a scorpion. It has like wings and stuff. It looks cool, but it's definitely the weakest fight in DLC for sure. Not the worst though. It's alright. Seath the Scaleless is probably the biggest boss you fight. Now, Bed of Chaos is probably a little bigger. I'd like to see a side-by-side comparison of them, just to make sure, but he's one of the biggest. And he's also another Lord Soul that you need to beat. Excuse me, and yeah, there's a lot of like, you know, you first encounter him and he kills you and he imprisons you, actually, and you gotta break out. And I like that a lot. I thought that was cool, breaking out of jail. And yeah, going through the crystal place that he's in was frustrating, you know, because I was very like, because the floors are invisible, but you can walk on some of them, and there's like little crystal dust falling on them to let you know that you can walk on it. And I was just so anxious I was gonna fall. But yeah, it's not too bad once you know the area. But yeah, I think he's very memorable. He has one of my favorite themes, and he has a cool design. You know, and his moves are just he's not hard. His moves are pretty easy. And he's so big you can't really like fully see him. But I like to give the student A. His theme is great. It really is. Alright, 2 more here. Let's wrap this up. Stray Demon. This is when you come back to the Undead Asylum where you fought a Silent Demon. You actually fall through the floor and fight Stray Demon. It's just really the same thing, except he has a different weapon. He has like mage attacks. And yeah, but you actually see this dude first when you're walking through the beginning of the game. And you can like see him walking around underground. And then you fight a Silent Demon. So they're 2 different kinds. I actually like the idea of coming back and then falling through and revealing him. But it just, I'm putting the D. It's just whatever. It's just another reskin. Taurus Demon. I really like Taurus Demon. I really do. You like Capra Demon? I really like what they did, where you beat him. He's like the second boss you fight, I think, on the bridge, which is really cool. I like his arena and him jumping over. And yeah, I just like him a lot. He becomes like a normal enemy when you get to the lava place, and I like that a lot. And like the Capra Demon, I have a little nickname for him. I call him Bubba. Just Bubba. I don't know why. I just like him a lot. I just think he's memorable to me. And there you go. This is the all boss Dark Souls tier list. And yeah, there you go. Some bad ones, some okay ones, but a lot of good ones, honestly. A lot of memorable ones in this game. And yeah, there you go. I'll be doing like a Dark Souls 2 review someday, and a all bosses tier list of that as well. Yeah. This was fun. You guys did enjoy this video. Please hit the subscribe button, like, comment, all that great stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.